Hello, welcome to the Embrook School Chemistry Department. My name's Dr. Eagle and I'm the Head of Chemistry, and I'm going to talk to you about what it would be like to study chemistry at the Embrook and why it's a great subject for you to choose. Chemistry is around us all the time. It's an exciting subject, and more than ever it impinges on every aspect of our life. I've just outlined here a few of them, but whether you're somebody who works in these areas or we all use these areas, chemistry has a massive part to play in our lives and offers lots of opportunities as a career as well. This is probably what some people think I might be. Maybe in 10 years' time I might look like this, but there's always ideas that chemists were sort of like this. But nowadays, you know, anybody and everybody is working in chemistry, and it's an exciting place to be. And whether you just do it at A level or whether you go on to do it at university and make it a career, it's a great subject to choose. So the sort of things that you'll be able to develop doing chemistry at A level, well, the usual sort of skills that in most subjects you will develop and improve upon, but particularly things like practical skills, applying your knowledge in an imaginative way. People don't realize that chemistry needs imagination. You take your knowledge, you have a basic understanding of a concept or some reactions, and then you come across something that you haven't seen before, and you're able to use that knowledge to make connections. And that's something you can take on into other areas of life and work and other career paths. And obviously, if you want a job in science, then you would definitely benefit from doing chemistry. In terms of, so some of them would be the obvious sorts. Medicine, you definitely need to do chemistry. Obviously, going into pharmaceutical, engineering. Um, if you want to be a vet, dentist, ophthalmologist, all these scientific based jobs require chemistry. But there's lots of other areas as well. And basically, if you do chemistry A level, it marks you out as somebody having a certain level of intellect, a certain a number of really employable skills, and it means that you can use those skills, use that knowledge and understanding in a wide range of careers. Some of the questions that you'll be doing at the end of year 12, you'll probably be surprised that you were ever able to do if you look at them now. But in fact, a lot of the year 12 chemistry is topics that you've done at GCSE, things that you'll be familiar with, and things that actually won't be too difficult to get to grips with. There is a lot to learn, and it is a demanding course, but then most A levels are. And by the end of year 13, you will be doing work that is very similar to things that you'll be doing at university if you were to do chemistry. And there really is a big jump from the sort of GCSE chemistry. But going through that transition period through year 12, you will be able to cope with it very, very easily. So a lot of our students have gone on to do various related courses. Some of them, of course, go on to do something very different, but having done chemistry, it gives them that extra subject that might impress employers or might just mark them out as somebody a little bit different with some different skills from the mainstream. In terms of results, obviously in 2020 our results were not by examination. However, we had a very significant value added for the students we had. In 2019, you can see that the value added was plus 0.3 as an average. And if we go further back over several years, you will see similar results. I have been teaching A-level chemistry for over 20 years, and I regard myself as an experienced teacher of A-level chemistry, and I will make sure that I get the best out of you and get the best results for you. However, to do that, you've got to work and you've got to really apply yourselves. We can see that the course itself is split into 3 exam papers. There is practical assessment going on regularly. This is not examined and it's not a practical exam or it's not coursework. Most of the Module 2, which is what you will do in the early part of Year 12, and Module 3, probably around Christmas time of Year 12, is stuff that you're familiar with, that you've done before: periodic table, atomic structure, chemical reactions. It's not until we perhaps start looking at Module 4 and Module 5 where we start developing things at GCSE that you've perhaps only just touched on, things like organic chemistry and energetics, so energy changes. And by the time you do Module 6, we're really into the realms of a lot of exciting organic chemistry and analysis. And overall, it does get harder in Year 13. The topics are more demanding, perhaps a little bit more mathematical. However, that said, you do not need to be a maths genius. We would expect you to have a grade 6 in maths and English ideally, and we'd expect you to have grade 6 in chemistry, but we will consider other possibilities if we think that we'd like to have you on the course. So you need to work hard. You need to really prepare yourself. Read before the lesson, read after the lesson, always learning. It's not a case, as it might have been at GCSEs, where you simply just file your work and leave it till April until you start revising. You've got to work at this and you've got to learn, and there is a lot to learn. But it's an exciting course. It will give you a qualification that will be very valuable, will enable you to take many different pathways in the future, and hopefully will give you a real insight into how the world works and how we can make the world a better place. So if you're interested in doing chemistry at the Enbrook School, and I really hope you are, and you have any further questions, then please contact me on this email address. Thank you.